What is up, Brow Rangers? Hope you guys are doing amazing, phenomenal, fantastic, and all the words and adjectives that mean good things. Your boy, James Brower, is here with MARCI'S Munchies, and today I want to share a little bit with you guys about how I break down my creative process when A, reaching out to companies to collaborate with them, and B, when I finally get to the point of creating the content that I will be putting on social media, Instagram, Snapchat, both of those stories, Facebook, since luckily now Instagram stories and Facebook stories are connected, as well as YouTube videos such as this one. You guys have asked me for how I do my hair, my morning routine, all that kind of stuff. I've done a little bit on how I do my hair, but now I want to talk to you guys about how I make my collaborative content when it comes to working with different brands and smaller companies like MARCI'S Munchies. So to start this off, I just got back from the gym, an awesome chest day for about an hour, 15 minutes with my boy Rob, and then 20 minutes of stair climbers. So on a day like today, I get to come home and enjoy something like MARCI'S Munchies. They make protein balls, brownies, brookies, cookies, anything you guys can imagine, I've got it right here with me. So I'm gonna show you all, first and foremost, obviously this is a great way to start off the video. I'm showing you all right here, right now, how I've framed up my camera to be able to show a good starting point of plugging a product. An interesting note too is that I went to school, guys, for finance, and part of learning about finance was marketing. Part of marketing was product placement. As you guys can see, I've chosen a much closer shot than I usually do on some of my YouTube videos, but I've also very well placed in light, and good lighting by the way, the sign for MARCI'S Munchies, and I've set up the product in a way that is very clear that it is part of the focus. I'm part of the focus, but I'm not directly in the center of my frame. I have them right here so you guys can see it as well, even if I'm sitting straight and talking to you guys directly to the camera, that this is a big part of the focus. So I'm not sitting here with the MARCI'S Munchies sign in such a way that you can't read it with the sunlight, right? That's a very important thing to check on your camera before you even press record. I have it facing you guys in such a way that there's no reflection and that the sign is clearly legible. Now I've also set up here in a very artistic way, if I say so myself, my set design of the MARCI'S Munchies protein snacks right here. I got a stack, I got a tower right behind. I set up this front one right here in a way that you guys can see it very clearly, again in the sunlight, no problem. I could have done the same with any of these. As you all can tell, these are smaller for the protein balls. These are smaller packages. Could have also taken the chocolate chip cookies, placed this down here, and done the exact same thing where I placed this package facing forward in a way that also is in good lighting, does not block the main sign, and you all can see all of it clearly. Now, a lot of the MARCI'S Munchies snacks, as an informational bit to you guys that might be interested in ordering some of MARCI'S Munchies as a protein alternative or a snack alternative to what you currently have. Most of their menu is gluten-free. There's one item that is not. There are also vegan choices if you guys need to reach out to them and say, hey, specifically I'd love to order something from you, but could you make a vegan version of this? And I'm very sure that MARCI'S Munchies would be happy to do so. So this is just step one, setting up. If you're going to talk, be a spokesperson like I'm doing right now for MARCI'S Munchies, this is how you frame up, this is how you set up a good frame. You can do it in a bunch of different situations. So guys, this was me showing you how to set it up as a spokesperson if you want to talk about it with it in the video without blocking it, and set it up so that you can see the product is a main highlight as well as the speaker. So the next thing I want to show you guys is around here. It's a beautiful day here in Rahway, New Jersey. It's March and I'm now finally able to sit out here in a thin long sleeve shirt and shorts. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna look around for some nice snowy locations where I can put the MARCI'S Munchies products, set them up, and then I'll talk you guys through how I found the location, how I wanted to set it up, and I'll even show you a few of the photos that I get from each spot. Now guys, the next piece of information before I show you guys how to take product photos is a big thing about branding, especially as you're working as a spokesperson, as you're working as somebody who's talking for a brand. You want to wear clothing that does not have other brands showing, especially since in this video I'm specifically working with MARCI'S Munchies. I don't want to show other brands. There's a tiny logo on my left shoulder on this shirt, which is not super visible, I would hope, and my watch doesn't have any obvious logos on it that you could tell, unless you're familiar with the brand, what brand it is. So that's very important. I wear a hat a lot of the time, you guys know this, and all of my hats except for two have logos on them. So whenever you're shooting or taking a photo, whether it's sponsored or you're just trying to collaborate with somebody, make sure that their brand is the main focus in what you're taking. Now without further ado, guys, I'm gonna walk around, find some spots, set up the products. I'm gonna show you guys how I shoot some promo footage and photos that I can either use on my regular Instagram if I'm in the photo, or on my photography page if it's just focused on the product. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so using the exact same spot that I was just sitting at, right here, we've set up a different array of how you can place out product shots like this, where it's just kind of B-roll, nice turning. Granted, I have a Panasonic GH5, so I'm lucky with the equipment that I get to shoot on. You can also use your phone, whether it's iPhone, Samsung, does not matter which way. I'm right now just using my hands to go very slow with the panning across, with the B-roll. You can do this. It is not difficult to do, and you can do the exact same thing using your phone, no matter what brand it is, to get some really, really cool shots. Alright, you guys, I've now switched to a 50mm lens. You can play with different effects on your phone, especially if you have a newer generation phone, where you can play with the focus like I'm doing right now. Some phones have the option to shoot in pro mode. Whether you can change your video aperture or photo aperture, I'm not entirely sure. Now this 50mm is one of my favorite lenses to shoot pro mode video or photos with. And you all can see with a lot of these videos that I'm taking that any of these can be turned into a photo. You know, holding right here, I can focus here on just the boxes, or focus a little further back, really truly on the main sign. I can bring it out of focus. If I'm shooting video like I am right now, I can bring it way out of focus. This is focused on the background, and as I pull from the background in, I can make the smooth curve around, bring the products into focus, and I can even drop them out of focus as I go out. So cool ways to play with that if you have a 50mm, or if you have the option on your phone to take photos with crazy different apertures, maybe even using just selective focus. You can do the exact same thing depending on the brand. But now we're going to move locations. Now, a lot of you guys might not necessarily have snow if you're in different parts of the nation. But right now, New Jersey still has snow, even though it's about 50 degrees outside. So I've got these things set up right here right now in such a fashion that I can choose this little area of snow that's in the parking lot at our house to be able to make it look really nice. I can get down here, really layer the focus here, so we come all the way in close, start zooming out slow. Each thing comes into focus one at a time. You see all the snacks that are hidden in there. You can kind of rack the focus on the different ones as you go. There in the back you've got, if someone needs to see it, the sign. So it's really cool. So this is a really cool way to shoot some product shots if you have something like snow. And even if it was super cold out here, you could obviously come out and shoot. But you could do the same thing with sand at a beach if you want to, you know, post something about having healthy snacks when you go out to the beach. MARCI'S Munchies, you've got the dumbbell as well as the baking roller. So this is a cool way that you can do it. Now you have to be very careful, because here I'm shooting you guys in a direction that the sun is hitting all of these well, and you can see the snacks on the inside of each one. But something you have to be careful of with how the sun is to not walk in such a way that, here look, you can see me, my shadow covering the shots. You don't want to be shooting somewhere like this. So whether you're trying to get into photography, videography, or any kind of product or brand promotion, be very careful and mindful of that. So I'm going to take a few steps back this way, and now you are free to keep shooting. Now I'm going to switch over to the automatic lens and show you guys how I would take a photo with this for my Instagram page. Alright guys, so we are back on the 12 to 35 automatic lens, and I wanted to share. So look, here's where we were just shooting with the 50, right? You zoom in, and that's where we were shooting and making that really nice effect with the snow. And here we are where we park our cars behind our house. So just showing that you can be really creative with all of this. Again, whether you're trying to be in photography or videography, YouTube, whatever it might be, you can set up stuff like this and have a really good shot. A lot of people have been going into like Targets and Walmarts and doing photo shoots because it's not all about what's crazy in the background. It's what you can really focus on that makes the photo, the content, whatever it is. Now, a way that I can shoot this for my Instagram page, right? So I work out a lot, I do fitness. That's why I was able to reach out to MARCI'S Munchies and get this collaboration going, is because hopefully part of the fact that I do fitness modeling and acting. Now what I'm going to do, guys, is show you guys with the automatic lens that I've got on the 12 to 35 how I set up on my car with a tripod. And if you have a phone, you can use a tripod as well to be able to take photos. Now Luckily with all this video, you guys can see the quality is clear that I could just use a screenshot on my phone if I wanted to get a cool image from any of these, or I could have my camera in photo mode and take photos using the exact same quality that you guys saw in the videos. Hopefully you guys are starting to get a visual of how you can just honestly shoot video and then take screenshots, or shoot in camera settings and just take really awesome pictures using different apertures. Obviously once you go into post-production, which is what we're not talking about today, you can edit, do light coloration changes, whatever it is. So let me show you guys how I would take a fitness picture for my Instagram page, shouting out Marci's Munchies. Alright guys, so for lighting purposes and for using the same kind of setup here, we're gonna use the hood of my car. So I'm gonna set you all up with the tripod. Alright you guys, so I was not happy with the way I had gotten it set up when the snacks were down below, so I'm setting them up a little bit higher. And I'm actually going to show you guys how I am setting up the shot, because I keep recording and thinking, oh, this makes sense, but I told you guys I would show y'all. So I'm showing you guys how I'm readjusting the shot so that y'all can see me squatting down next to them with them still in the light, hopefully not reflecting back, which I'm going to make sure of, which I can now see from the camera's perspective. And we'll get this shot set up. So I'm now using the snow. Granted, it's not the cleanest snow because of dirt, but we're setting these up. I'm trying to set them up in a way that does not have glare back towards the camera. We'll see how we do. The nice thing about the snow right now is it's not all ice, so I can still kind of work with placing these in a way that the snow is holding them, if it so allows, and placing this somewhere where it's still a clear thing. So now I'm going to zoom in on the camera and see what kind of shot we got set up. Alright guys, so now I'm remote operating the camera from my phone. Again, if you're shooting on your phone, you can have somebody else step in. Sorry, there's an airplane. You have somebody else step in, hold the phone for you, adjust it, hold it, set it up, shoot it, so you don't have to use the tripod. But if you're solo, you can still make really cool content for a brand like Marci's Munchies, plug on plug on plug, by yourself. You can do it. It takes a little more time, but you get to work on your creative juices. You get to edit it yourself and make something really cool. So we're gonna take one shot here that I will be using for the Instagram. I'll take one right here, and I'll take one sitting on the snow, since I wore these shorts to the gym and they're dirty anyways. I'll be able to sit on the snow. But I'm about to take a picture right now that you guys will see on the IG, and I've shown you all literally how I set it up. So here we go. Now this is gonna be a messy one because I'm gonna sit right in the snow that's semi-soft, but it's happening. So for a fitness shot, basically you want to be sitting somewhere where your upper body is seen. You guys have seen Instagram, y'all have seen my page. But also that these are still in the light now. There's shade, the sun is moving, so as a photographer, videographer, you gotta realize this is no longer fully in the light. But to fix that, you can grab one and hold it. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna have this here. You guys have these in the background. Here's the sun, here are those, and here's this. And then you do something cute, you know, like smiling. And that's how you take a promo photo, video, and put it on your Instagram, put it wherever you want to, and it helps you out and it helps the brand out, and you get some protein balls and protein cookies with it. So without further ado, my butt's getting cold. Let's get back inside and talk about everything that we covered today. Alright guys, so I decided to choose one last location to show you all how you can set up some promo shots. I've chosen this nice area of snow back here. Has not been messed up too much yet, except for some birds walking around. But here's a great way to do this, and again, you got to be careful with that shine there, but that also makes a really nice effect going from tons of shine where you can't really read it to that shine fading away. So that's one other good way to do this. But also, if I wanted to shoot a fitness shot here, look, I'll set up my camera right here. Now truthfully, this is one of those where I would typically get the help of someone to set up this shot, where maybe I could do something like this and have myself in the background doing a push-up. But the way that I'm gonna set it up right now, just for you guys, is I've got this here. This way you can see the MARCI'S Munchies logos on all the boxes. I'm gonna move myself out of the way so this shadow right here will be gone. But if I want to do another finish shot, which I could possibly use today for my Instagram page, I could do this. Here, I've got the frame up exactly how I want. My shadow's about to move out of the way. And these are just a few of the things that you could do as a fitness influencer or as a creative to get some shots for your social media page without somebody having to shoot it for you. So, I can come back here. I've got my screen faced towards me so I can see what in the world it is I'm shooting. I can be here, I can be here, checking these guys out. I can actually do some push-ups, get some action going, pause halfway through. If I don't like the way the angle is, I can rotate it, show more of my body in the back of the frame. If I was on the beach, I could use sand, but we're not, and we have snow, so snow is our next best option. So here we are. I can use any of these as stills, screenshots for my post today, or if I wanted to show abs, again, my shorts are already kind of gross. I can be here in the way of doing like side V-ups, angle it well, and this is some of the stuff I've actually done for promo shots before. We're here, you've got all that there, and here I'm hitting some of this, hold, fight for it, squeeze, have all the angles and lighting. I can check my camera or phone if it's your phone, make sure my shoes are in frame, make sure I'm in frame, and here holding tons of different options. So this is a cool shot, push-ups were a cool shot. You can change it in a million different ways, but that is it. And now, with cold hands and a cold butt, we're going inside. All right guys, I wanted to show you all the one last setup of a spokesperson thing that I could do outside with the sun right there. I'm only kind of blocking these cards down here, and I'm not really blocking too much of that of the light. But this is one more spokesperson place where I could do an outro, but I won't do an outro because of the birds and because of my housemate checking out his motorcycle and car engine and radio all at the same time. So we're gonna go inside to do the outro. Talk to you all in a sec. All right guys, we are back inside with some dry shorts on, good to go. Thank you to MARCI'S Munchies for collaborating with me, for teaming up. Let me get a focus on them right quick. I love these guys, they are amazing. Small company nearby, hopefully growing. Please check them out. Y'all, their stuff is so good. I'm breaking my carb back weightings today for this video right now, and I'm not upset about it. Their stuff is so good, it's absolutely amazing, and I cannot recommend it enough. Now, I hope this video was helpful, guys. Hopefully, whether you're shooting photography, videography, or doing some kind of content creation for a brand or a company that you are working with, or for somebody else that you are hired to work with, hopefully my suggestions with lighting, with making sure things are lined up properly, with making sure you're using the right lenses, how to use your phone if need be. Hopefully all that information was helpful to you, and hopefully it's information that you guys can go forth now with. Reach out to companies, or if you want to, start just shooting stuff on your own, posting it to your social media platforms so that you can send it to companies and say, hey, I do collaborations, I do promo shoots, I do promo content production if you want to team up together, just like I did with MARCI'S Munchies. Thank you guys again for everything. Y'all stuff is so flippin' good. Now that being said, I think that's a wrap for me, guys. Again, if I missed anything, let me know down below. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, please comment down below. Brow Rangers, if you have work this week, your responsibility is not out of the park, so you can enjoy next weekend. If you have school this week, get the best grades you possibly can, study hard, because you want to be able to choose the career or college of your future, whichever comes first. Trust me, I know from experience. Talk to you guys next time. Thank you all for everything. Deuces.